But I very much dislike the term black excellence because it's like an undertone of like black elitism and like kind of like operated like in this capitalistic way that's not in tune to us, like how we move like them. I don't like that. When I do business, I'm not trying to take advantage of nobody. I'm not trying to scam nobody. I'm not trying to get over on nobody. I think business should be done that way. You know what I mean? I think we should both get something out of it. If not, I won't even do it. And people would disagree with that. And I wouldn't.
Well, that's because we turn culture into capitalism and we turn money into a god, right? And we'll do anything for that money. And we justify all actions by at least you get in the bag, right? Not that you did it where it's morally aligned, not that it's aligned with your spirit or your values or nothing. It's just, but they got the bag though. That's justifying our own self-destruction as long as it comes with some capital. So now we can't see our progress, right? Because we keep celebrating things that don't represent our progress. And we celebrate people that have nothing in their plans for our progress.
All right, Shalom, it's your brother Thun. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rekah HaKodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say Shalom to all the brothers, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity, all right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, in Proverbs 12 and 26, it says what? The righteous, and we know the people that were given the blueprint to righteousness, right? The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. Now, I want to look up that word excellent. I'll look up a few words in this precept here. All right, the war. Okay. It says to seek out, to spy out, explore. Okay. We are to search the scriptures. But our people don't search the Lord's standard to find out how to conduct themselves in a society, because all they see when they see success is they see the so-called white man's way. So it's fully set in the minds of the people that you can't win walking uprightly in the society. And because, you know, their God is their belly, their God is their flesh and how they feel, and, you know, the riches of this world, they err in their conduct, they err in their way, they err in their thinking, and it's going to lead them to destruction. And they don't care that it should really lead them to destruction, as long as they can look like they're winning here. But the thing about this place, the thing about here is getting ready to be destroyed. But it takes faith to understand that and to live your life knowing these things and to conduct yourself properly. And it has to be written in your story ultimately. The Lord had to put it on your spirit to cling unto him. So as many of our people part in the movie to cling on to wickedness and not to cling on to righteousness. This is why we long for the destruction of this society. Because we want to experience the new one. We want to experience the new heavens and the new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Okay, let's go back and read this one more again. Proverbs 12 and 26. The righteousness, it's like the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them. And then we look up that word seduceth. All right. The eye. Okay, now Strong's H8581, and it goes on to say to err, wander, go astray, stagger, sin ethically. The ethics of our people are off. To be made to wander about, made to stagger, they're drunk off the wine of the philosophy of this world, like it talks about. And let's go get that. All right, this is Isaiah 29. It says, stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. The righteous are going to be sighing and crying for the abominations being done in the midst thereof. All right, we're going to be pointing out the evils that go on here in every facet of life. From the food, agriculture, to the educational system, to the moral compass of the people. Everything. All right, Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken. Okay, they're drunk, but what kind of drunk are they? But not with wine. What does this mean? They stagger, but not with strong drink. Okay? They're drunken off of the way of this man that's being pushed, off of his philosophy, his way. They're disconnected. When you're drunk, you can't judge righteous judgment. You can't make proper judgment calls. So, due to them clinging unto this man's way, they can't judge righteous judgment. They're drunk. They're disconnected from a sober mind. Let's go to Habakkuk 2. So you talk about, the wine this man pushes is associated with the image of the beast, his way, his philosophy, his moral compass that he's given to the people, and it's infected 2/3 of our people at a high level. Okay, that spell that he's casted over all the people. Our people are they're in gross darkness when it comes to that spell that he's casted. They can't disconnect from it. So they're going to be thrust through with this man when he gets his judgment. All right. It's Habakkuk 2 and verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." It's talking about the wicked. "But the just shall live by his faith." Okay. We have faith that the Lord is going to recompense us according to us, striving to keep the Lord's way to the best of our ability. We have faith that we're going to be acknowledged because we acknowledge the Son. We believe that, we believe on the Son and the Father as they are. And because we have that faith, it's the gas in our tank to conduct ourselves a particular way. And those who are doing that are going to be delivered. All right, Habakkuk 2 and 4 again. "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine." Is Esau, is it talking about the liquor business? No, it's talking about the philosophy, the way that he pushes. Okay, he is a proud man, right? Pride coming before a fall. And in Jeremiah 50, it calls him what? The most proud. It's one of Esau's titles. "Neither keepeth at home." When you talk about Esau, he has his hand in everybody's business. America, just keying on them. They have embassies damn near in every nation under heaven, pushing their way, pushing their moral compass, pushing their policy. "Neither keepeth at home. Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death." He's the carnation of death on the earth. Wherever he goes, you find oil in your backyard, you have natural resources, and he pops up. That's death that popped up on you. You're going to be snared up in his web. If you're not down with his program, he could paint you out, and he will paint you out to be a tyrant, a terrorist, the evil on the earth. These people need democracy. They need freedom. That's what he's going to come to your door with. He is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. This man pushes away that people think because the earth was given into his hands because he's at the top. They think, hey, this is the only way I could thrive within this world is to be underhanded in business, is to be conniving, to always have an angle. Hey, it might work for you while he's in power. But if that's the vibration you're operating under, destruction is on its way to your front door. So Abaratazah, I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakha HaKodash. I want to give double honor to apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers, of course, a few sisters who are pursuing this truth and sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. So I'm going to try to, I think there's another clip or two. I might make a part 2 to this. Lord put spirit on people in the world to say things that, you can filter through the spirit. Obviously, Jaylen Brown and whoever the other guy was, they don't have the truth, right? They're still trying to figure out a way to thrive here and be right. It ain't going to happen. they don't understand prophecy. They don't know what's to come. But, you know, things like that'll pop up, and we'll run across it. A man of the Lord will run across it and filter it through the Spirit so we can look at things through a spiritual lens, biblical perspective. All right. So Albert writes his, I was edifying. Shalom.